Hey guys, today is going to be a book review for If I Stay and Where She Went by Gayle Forman. So I just decided that I would combine my thoughts on these two books in one video because I don't really have too much to say about the first one, but I really love the second one and have a few things to say about it. So I would have given it maybe a 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, first off, I really didn't like how the parents were portrayed. I mean, I understand why they act like they do. They were these punk rock people and now they have kids and they're adults and they have responsibilities. I just wish that they didn't act like a couple from the 50s. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I didn't really feel connected to any of the characters. And one thing that kind of bothered me in the first book was that Mia we never really saw her try to communicate with anybody or to move anything or give him a sign that she was there. I know that it's not the point of the book for her to try and figure out herself as a ghost. I felt that she accepted it a little bit too fast, that she was in a coma and that she was in between life and death. What I did like about the book were all the flashbacks that we got and all the backstory for Mia and Adam's relationship and her relationship between her family and all the events that she went through. And we know that these flashbacks are what are making her decide whether she's going to come back or not. So it was interesting to see what she thought of in order to decide. One thing that I really liked was how it took place a few years after the first book. They're both in their early 20s and they have pursued their careers. Mia has become a rock star in the classical world and Adam has really become a rock star in the rest of the world. It's funny because whenever I thought about Adam and his band, I kept comparing them to Maroon 5 for some reason. Probably the biggest thing I loved about this book was the ending. We knew since the beginning that Adam didn't want to be in the limelight anymore, that he basically wanted out. I also really liked the scene between Mia and Adam when they were on the ferry because that was the point of the book when all the truth came out. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for since the beginning of the book. It's when she tells him why she never talked to him again after she left, and it was because of him. I felt that they really needed to have that fight in order to move on. I also really liked how Mia explained that she was remembering stuff and that snippets of her being in the coma were coming back to her and that she was able to piece things together, because that had been a question of mine, if she had remembered anything about being in the coma. Oh, and this has nothing to do with the plot, but on page 205, there's a part where Mia takes Adam to a bakery and the baker's name is Hassan, and I just had the Kite Runner feels at that part. It nothing to do with the book at all, but I just had memories of the Kite Runner. Another major feels moment for me was when Mia and Adam are in Mia's apartment and she gives him back his guitar. I thought that was so sweet because that's what Adam needed in order to know that Mia didn't hate him. Back to where she's explaining to Adam why she never spoke to him after she left. She came back for Adam knowing that she was going to come back into a life where her parents and her little brother were dead, and it's understandable that she needed that time and that space away from Adam in order to process her life and to figure out that she really didn't hate him. All in all, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Well, those were my thoughts on this duology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.